number to be true. I won't believe that number to be true. I think he's got. So this is going to be a clash of clothing here for Matthew Dilks. He's got the Bret Hart jacket on, and I know we don't have a great look at Dom Harvey's shirt. I'm hoping maybe we could do a little camera work there.
I asked. Oh, that shirt is cursed. That's the Ross Miriam superimposed on Ross Miriam face shirt.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Dom has posted this on Twitter, as have many others. Hashtag SCGPC for that. Harvey. Oh yeah, we could probably. That's all the Ross right there, folks. Miriam's everywhere.
If my opponent had that on against me in a tournament, I'd call a judge. It's like not. That's not okay.
That's how I'd feel about that Hitman jacket.
No, that's awesome.
I don't like the Hitman at all.
I asked Dilks, is he your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Thought,
yeah.
He's got the jacket,
Yep.
Canadian, whatever. Mm-hmm. And Dilks said, a little bit before my time.
Okay.
But he thought about it for a second, which makes me think he couldn't possibly be 20, because that would make you well past, because I was right in prime Hitman Hart years.
Yeah.
I'm 38, so.
I'm not big on the Hitman. I think he's very overrated. The glasses were cool, and that's really about it. And the fact that he really embraced pink, because pink's one of my favorite colors. Past that, though, not big on it. Snake, by the way, the name there on the cavern, as it's going to be 2 ships passing in the night, as you like to say.
I think my problem with Hitman is if you've seen one match, you've seen them all.
That's also a problem, yes.
But it is a good match.
It's a fine match.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter's lame.
Love it.
Yeah. There's another secure tribe scout. Dilks has to know this is a good matchup for him. Game 1, and you can see the deck list right now on Cardboard Live, almost assuredly. Obviously, thank you guys for hanging out and watching. You know that Harvey has no interaction. And when we say none, we mean
none.
No bolts, no angers, no slag storms, no sweltering suns, nothing in Game 1. He is all ramp, Valakuts, Primeval Titan, Scape Shifts, Prismatic Omens. That's it.
Well,
whoa.
You don't like to see that.
Is his hand horrible?
Well, I mean, turn 1, Snake, Goblin Raider. Turn 2, 2 more. Attack you for 1. I think Harvey can race that. Well, he just took 2 off the stomping ground. That makes it a little trickier. But I still think he can race 3 points of damage a turn.
Bold take. Really bold take by you. I'll say for Harvey's sake, I sure hope so. Otherwise, this gets awkward. There's an Explore. Draw. Field of the Dead. That'll hold off those knuckleheads. That's for sure. Search for Tomorrow's going to go off next turn, and we could see an Hour of Promise the turn after that. Dilks needs maybe a bounce line, but he's got Simic Growth Chamber in hand. Oh, okay. Well, now the game's over.
All right, we're all done.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it's going to make 8 here or whatever.
Yeah. That's what we were missing. Got it.
Oh, he's got Primeval.
He's got Primeval Titan
Cool.
in hand. Cool. Cool, dude. Yeah. Dom knows. Dom has won a tournament with Amulet Titan before. He knows he's dead. Mm-hmm. Go get the old Boros Garrison, Slayer Stronghold.
You can't put that shirt on the screen. Who's doing that?
Ross.
Edit out Dom.
No.
Replace him with a
zoom in.
Replace him with a.
Yeah, intern Rob. Yes.
Oh, that's cursed.
Yes. There he is. Miriamed. Get you some.
Yeah.
Get you some right there.
Yeah, the shirt's got this like really bizarre like MC Escher vibe of all the faces being superimposed on one another somehow. Mm-hmm. It's like this weird 4-dimensional thing.
This was overnighted to him for today.
I know. I was there when he painted it.
Which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Overnighted to the Players' Championship Hotel. We got sideboards?
This shirt is a crime. That shirt is a crime.
Crime seems strong.
Yeah. It's not okay.
Okay.
I really like
Dilks' reaction to the shirt. He can't focus.
Dilks is considering conceding this to walk away, even though the matchup's unlosable.
That
and
means
he's up a game.
that means the shirt worked.
Yeah.
That means it worked.
The amount of psychic trauma being inflicted upon Matthew Dilks, Matthias Hunt, Daniel May,
All of it.
all the viewers at home.
Mm-hmm. That's what they come. That's what we come here for.
It's a lot.
You want to go? You want to go over these sideboards with me?
Guess so, sure. Dom.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you take it. I'm gonna let you drive the car.
4 Lightning Bolt, 3 Damping Sphere, 3 Anger of the God, 2 Relic of Patronus, 1 Field of the Dead, 1 Choke, 1 Veil of Summer. Damping Sphere, very good in the matchup.
Absolutely.
Slows down Dilk's development, doesn't really disrupt Harvey at all.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty easy one to bring in. The rest of them, total garbage. I would swap 3 Damping Spheres for 3 Veil of Summer.
Easy swap.
Easy done. Matthew Dilks, why don't you go and take care of that one?
3 Mystical Dispute, 3 Dismember, 2 Engineer Explosive, 2 Choke, Reclamation Sage, Tireless Tracker, Force of Vigor, Ghost Quarter, Cavern of Souls. Like the Ghost Quarter, Valakut is a land with text box.
That's true.
Ghost Quarter is good against that.
That's right.
End of Analysis. I guess, whatever. You could bring in Tireless Tracker if you think it's going to go long. I suspect it won't.
I don't think it's going to go very long.
I like the Ghost Quarter. That's the one.
I actually think it's going to go rather short.
I think it's going to be a short game. Oh, sorry. The 1 Reclamation Sage for Damping Spheres.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Deckless Republic.
Okay.
Bring that one in, too.
Okay, I'm into that. You know Star City Games got a YouTube page? You hear about this thing, though?
Talk to me about
You hear
it.
about this thing, though?
Talk to me.
Star City Games YouTube page. A lot of stuff on it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of archives. Versus Live, Commander Versus, Flashback, Best of the SCG Tour, and much more. You can subscribe today over at youtube.com/StarCityGames and get notified when new content is uploaded to the page, which happens all the time, including archives of this event you're watching right now. Become one of over, I believe, 175,000 subscribers. Make our rent coming and going.
Your boy, Austin Yost.
Yeah, what about him?
Yost with the most on Twitter. He asked you, is it dangerous for Matthias to be that close to the Ross shirt? I think it is.
Yeah, it's you're going to have to do like a Call of Cthulhu sanity check sort of thing if you're around it for too long.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on there. It's a lot.
I mean, I'm not one, especially this tournament. It's a labor of love for the people that qualify. Dom had to play in a lot of tournaments, do very well for himself, travel a lot. And you don't want to be in this position when you get to this where the stakes are high and your whole year's on the line to be rooting for or against anyone. You'd like to keep your analysis as neutral as possible. It's impossible to be totally neutral, but you'd like to aspire to that. Dom needs to lose. Like, we cannot have him on camera. We can't have him on camera wearing we just can't do it.
Well, it is an elimination match.
Yeah.
So
Dilks has got to put him in the sharpshooter. It's got to be backbreaker into elbow off the second rope into sharpshooter.
Gotcha. The 5 moves of doom.
Yeah,
from Bret Hart. I'm a little disappointed. Well, there's no.
Put the sunglasses on.
I was gonna ask if Dilks has the sunglasses with him. I would
have asked.
I would be a little disappointed if he didn't have a pair. For if he wins the belt, puts him on or puts him on someone else.
I used to do that with my PTQ top 8 pins. I'm not kidding. You get a pin?
The problem is I know you're not kidding.
You would get a pin?
Yeah.
For top 8ing a PTQ back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And before my top 8 match started, I would pin it onto the smallest kid I could find on the tournament.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Then play my match.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Crowd cheers.
And if I could not find a child to pin my pin on, I would throw it into the trash can because I wanted the other competitors to know what the pin meant to me, what I was coming for.
I see. 20-year-old Patrick.
The height of my powers.
Yes.
Do you know that I split the finals of a PTQ that was $500 plus PT slot plus 2 boxes?
Okay.
And split it. I'll take $400 and the slot and a box. You get $100 in a box, or you get nothing. And they took the buyout.
Tough guy.
Peak of my powers.
Yeah.
You know who I beat in the top 8 and top 4?
I do not.
Josh Ravitz, Morgan Douglas.
Those are 2 good Magic players.
And then told the person you can take $100 and get out of here. Or I'm taking it all. It was mirrored. It was original mirrored in draft. They had a glisten. I said your glisten is worth $100. And it was an old face 100, and they were worried it was bootleg, so I had to go to the register and make change.
Yeah.
Handed
make sure it's good.
520s,
There you
got my
go.
car, drove home.
And you qualified for that Pro Tour. Was that San Diego?
I don't think so, because I was
Okay.
not qualified for San Diego.
Okay, then it was not San Diego. Fair enough. We're underway here.
Peak of my powers.
Stories with Patrick Sullivan. It's a Wooded Foothill Stomping Ground 17. Search tomorrow on Suspend.
I'm going to let you go home with $100. It's not a bad day's work.
It's really nice of you. Castle Cairnbrig enters the battlefield tapped. Back to Harvey. Search down to 1. Can he ramp fast enough? Another search. Oh boy. Oh no. Well, he doesn't have a second land. There's a Sunholm. Couple. Well, it's gonna get bad real soon here for Dom Harvey. Couple copies of Amulet. Hope he has a Damping Sphere.
Doesn't take a whole. I mean, if he kept this hand, I guess he was already on 6. But good chance he has a Damping Sphere.
I hope for his sake that he does.
Because otherwise, he is getting. Yep,
There it
there
is.
you go.
There's your
there you
sphere.
go.
Pass a turn back.
We got a game.
Back to Matthew Dilks. This is a forest. He's just going to pass a turn back. We're going back over to Harvey, who will resolve search tomorrow. Harvey wanted to play exclusively against Urza decks and blue decks here, and he's not playing against one right now. He's playing against a ramp deck that ramps better than he does. And Dilks' draw appears to be pretty good. Harvey will draw for the turn. You can see the die on Damping Sphere because the spell has been played this turn, so everything's going to be one more little tax. Decisions here for Harvey. Valakut's the land. Farseek for 3 will be the play, given the Damping Sphere. 3 mountains on the battlefield. This could be the 4th one. It is. It's going to be a Sheltered Thicket past the turn back. Is there a way for Dilks to kill this Damping Sphere on the end of turn? Nope, he just draws. That's an agonizing look. Here for Matthew. Also, well, he could something back for Reclamation Stage if he's brought it in, which you have to imagine he has.
Well, he would have to have another land drop to be able to do that because the Summoner's Pack is a spell.
But of course.
So he would get taxed on the Reclamation Stage.
Mm-hmm. And then he'd have to pay for the Reclamation Stage the following turn and then be able to do his thing the turn after that. So looks like Dilks is struggling a little bit this game, while Harvey is starting to break out of his mana troubles. It's a Vesuva.
You're a good person, Rob.
See what it's going to copy here. Vesuva is going to copy a Stomping Ground and it's going to enter the battlefield untapped because of the Amulet of Vigor, Summoner's Pact, and then going to kill the Damping Sphere. Now, should that cost 1 more?
I don't. Does it tax creatures?
Thought it taxed everything because it's good against Storm. Oh, he
You
floated.
float it off the.
He's
okay,
too
sure.
smart.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
too smart. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
never mind.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I
Doesn't matter.
Didn't mean to insult you,
It's
Matty.
not like it matters, but
Didn't mean to insult you.
yeah.
Hitman. He floated a mana with the
Right.
Vesuva and then paid the tax.
Heads up.
Smartest guy in the room.
Excellence of execution.
Absolutely. Best there is, was,
Bow now now now.
ever will be. That's no one's music. I don't know what that noise you just made was.
Are you familiar with the Hitman's entrance song?
Apparently not.
You are. Oh my god.
Not as familiar
A
as you
classic. A monotonous, droning, pretending to be cool entrance song,
are. Mm-hmm.
fitting for the wrestler.
Someone who's not cool. That's. There's Prismatic. Uh-oh. If there's a landscape shift, game ends. There's Secure Tri-Builder. Okay, well, that is technically a mountain, the Secure Tri-Builder. Because Valakut is a mountain now as well, so Dominic Harvey does control 5 mountains. So how about that? What's this? We're going to pay for the Summoner's Pack. Got it. Dilks will draw. This draw was not that explosive here for Matthew.
Yeah, if he's still a turn away, he might not get another turn.
Mm-hmm. There's a Radiant Fountain up to 22. Not sure that changes much. Once Prismatic Omen is involved, doesn't change a ton. Harvey. This is 5 mana. Hour of Promise. I think Valakuts.
Yeah, you can get 2 Valakuts and they count themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just 1,000,000.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots by my math.
Yeah, and then 3 more.
9.
And
Play a land. Yep. Well. We got a match on our hands,
Yes, we
folks. We got a match on our hands. As Matthew Dilks and Dominic Harvey are all tied up. Amulet Titan and Titan Shift are going to go to a third and final game.
Damning Sphere is really good. It does catch up Harvey quite a bit in the post-board games, and it's not like Dilks has anything nearly as good that he's bringing to the table.
Dilks does not look pleased about that. Can't believe it, but game number 3 is about to be underway. Now, if you're Dilks, you're happy, right, because you're on the play here in game number 3. Things are not coming together particularly well there in game number 2. And for his Amulet Titan deck, things don't have to go great. They just have to go a little bit better. He needs to have a more timely answer to Damping Sphere. And he had to do it the hard way there with Reclamation Sage via Summoning Pack. Now, the Reclamation Sage is in his sideboard, as we already touched on. But for Dilks, this is kind of par for the course. He's got Azuzas and Primeval Titans, Sakura Tribe Scouts, Ancient Stirrings. He actually has some main deck copies of Oko that can take care of the Dampening Sphere. Also has Engineered Explosives that can take care of it. So he's got ways to take care of that card. Some of them are even tutorable, so it's not that hard for him to beat a Dampening Sphere that he knows is coming.
The issue is that the game gets played on a really short timeline. So there's some decks that can have Damping Sphere, but they're going to play 1,000,000 turns. And so you can kind of find one of your answers at your leisure, blow it up and go. Harvey is doing it the right way, which is play that card and really shrink the length of the game. Dilks took 2 turns effectively to answer that Damping Sphere. 1 to play the Reclamation Sage and then 1 to pay for the Summoner's Pack. In some matchups, that's going to be good enough because the following turn, then you're all good to go. But Harvey was able to cut that turn out of the game, and that is really what made the Damping Sphere so effective.
For Harvey's deck list, this is the reason that we've said he's going to have some difficulty in this matchup. His main deck, which, to be fair, we're in sideboard games. If you're looking for red removal, you will find none. He is all ramp all the time with the idea of going super far over the top of Urza strategies and other mid-rangey blue-based strategies. So much, in fact, that he's main deck copies of Veil of Summer. He obviously had one thing in mind.
This is one of our more metagamed decks in the tournament. No Lightning Bolt, main deck copies of Veil of Summer, a couple main deck copies of Prismatic Omen and Colony Heart Expedition, which are not the wildest outliers for this sort of strategy, but it does show a commitment to accelerating to a combo kill as fast as possible at the expense of most interaction. You're playing Veil of Summer main deck instead of Lightning Bolt. I mean, you would never do that sort of thing against a field that was an aggregate of the decks in Modern. You're doing that because you expect to play against a handful of things and get to ignore everything else.
Well, game number 3 about to be underway here between these two players. It's turned into a match. We had a match of magic break out here, folks, as Harvey was able to tie things up, and we'll see if he can maybe steal this one. But Dilks is going to be on the play, and we know just how explosive his deck can be. And Harvey conceded the game right away when Primeval Titan showed up last time. And given that Harvey did win an Open at the beginning of Season 1 with Amulet Titan, he knows how this works, and he knows that nobody knows it better than Matthew Dilks on the SCG Tour, and certainly in this tournament. So, these players are going to take a look at their opening hands. It looks like Dilks is going to keep his hand, and Harvey is going to send it back right away.
I think Harvey should be mulliganing very aggressively in this matchup. He does not need that many total cards to be able to assemble his kill, especially in a matchup where Dilks is really not going to be breaking anything up. And I think his position gets so much better if he has a Damping Sphere. It really changes the shape of the whole game. And if he doesn't have that card, he's basically on the draw in a matchup with no interaction, and his deck is at least a full turn slower. You're just not going to win a whole lot under those conditions. So an aggressive mulligan here for Dampening Sphere certainly helped out here by the London mulligan. That hand looked, Harvey's reaction to that looked like just a 7 that wasn't acceptable. But
yep. I mean, he sent another one back here, too, so now it looks like he's headed down to 5. I mean, he knows exactly what he's looking for, and he's hoping that Dilks can't answer it. Yeah. That's kind of the idea right now.
He can certainly win on 5 cards in this matchup.
Yeah. With how redundant his deck is, it's entirely possible.
Right.
Well, Dom's going to lean back in his chair now. Doesn't look thrilled with what he's looking at. And Dilks will wait there patiently. He kept his 7. I can't imagine he kept a bad 7, and Harvey's going to send it all the way back, so now he's going down to 4. And now it may be the end here for Dom Harvey. The last time we said that, he battled back.
It's true.
He battled all the way back. Knocked Abe Corrigan out of this tournament and got himself into day number 2 of competition, so who knows?
It was looking really bleak, and it's looking bleak again, but Damping Sphere still gives him a shot here. It's going to take some draws off the top, too. I mean, we're at the point where he's not going to have enough cards to be ready to go off the jump, but some mana, a Damping Sphere, and then some cooperative draw steps, and he's still got a chance.
Hey, stranger things have happened, trust me, and Dom has actually been part of some of those stranger things that can happen, so you don't write him off until the match is actually over, folks. Because we have seen some crazy things happen not only this weekend, but all year long in the SCG Tour. Again, Dilks waits patiently. Harvey puts those cards in the bottom, and we are going to be underway here in game number 3. Dilks will start things off with the namesake artifact in his deck. There is Search Tomorrow.
Damping Sphere in Harvey's hand. Don't know if I saw mana number 2, but this could be a very good 4-card hand.
Dilks with a Simic Growth Chamber. This might be a Zuza right away. It's actually going to be Oko.
This is very good against Damping Sphere, among other cards.
Yeah, it sure
Chapter
is.
1. So, Oko can turn any artifact or creature into an elk with no text box.
Mm-hmm.
That's very strong against things that largely generate their value from text boxes, especially those that assume to be in play over the course of multiple turns. Damping Sphere is one such card. And so now, Harvey is going to have to try to win the game without having access to text boxes. And that's going to be tricky with Dilks setting up a kill potentially as early as this turn.
Well, there's another amulet. Thanks to the Ancient Stirrings. Dilks is going to turn his food into an elk. He's going to give some beatdowns that way. So an attack there for 3. Harvey's going to fall down to 14. Pass that turn back. It could be lights out next turn if Dilks has the necessary tools. Harvey's going to resolve Search Tomorrow. Search is going to be a basic mountain. I'm going to put a trigger there on the Conning Art Expedition. Harvey will draw. Picked up a copy of Sheltered Thicket. See, Dilks does have a couple copies of Simic Growth Chamber in hand. Harvey with a copy of Damping Sphere in hand, as you mentioned there, partner.
Not going to do it.
No, not against Oko. Few things do it against Oko. And, yeah, see, Dilks does have the Primeval Titan in his hand already. So, oh, boy. This one looks like it's going to be over in just a couple of seconds, as there's the Prismatic Omen. And we head back over to Dilks. And Dilks is going to show all of it. Primeval Titan, Summoner's Pact, Growth Chambers, and enough to get the job